Hey everyone, it's Ashley. I'm back today to share how to hand embroider a jean jacket. Let's get started. For this project, you're going to need an embroidery hoop, embroidery floss, needles, some kind of pattern, something to embroider on, such as a jean jacket, jeans, a sweatshirt. I'll have a link below to everything that I've purchased for this project. You're also going to need this sulky stabilizer. It's got a sticky back, so it sticks to your projects. It's water soluble and you can print on it, which is the coolest thing. You actually print on this, the fabric type side. I found this pattern on Etsy. It was $2 for the whole alphabet. So the first thing you need to do is purchase this, and then you're going to print it on the sulky stabilizer. So you load it into your printer, press print, and then you're ready to go. And it prints out just like this. Once your pattern is printed, you're going to cut it out and then figure out where you want to place it on your item. I kind of decided to put it in the middle of the back. Next step is to hoop your project. Remove the paper backing from the sulkies and then place your pattern in the middle of your hoop so it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to walk you through the different types of hand embroidery stitches that I used in this pattern, and the first one is the leaf stitch. This involves putting up your needle at the top of your leaf, and on every leaf there's the vein that goes down the middle. So you'll put your needle back down maybe a 1/4 inch down the vein, and that vein's going to be kind of your center point as you move down. You're going to come back up to either the right side or the left side of the stitch that you just completed, and then cross over that center stitch that you just did. So you're going to alternate going back and forth over this center stitch. So first I went to the right side, now I'm coming up from the left. I'm going to cross over that center point. You're going to do this all the way down your leaf. And as you continue, you're going to start to see this back and forth kind of herringbone look that goes down the leaf that makes it look really realistic. This is one of my favorite stitches. You can see at the top right the leaves that I've already completed. That's how they're supposed to look. I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this leaf and show you what it looks like at the end. So next we're moving on to the satin stitch, and this is a super simple stitch that you can use for so many different things. I'm going to use it for the big flowers, the little flowers, and the S as well. So for this, you're just going to go back and forth with your stitch. You'll see me come up at the bottom of this petal and then go back down at the top. And it's easier for me to start in the middle of what I'm working on, and I'm doing each of these petals individually. As I usually start in the middle of my project, I'll usually work to one side, in this case being the left side, and then go back to the center and work to the right. So it's okay if you see any gaps, don't be afraid to go back over and do another stitch in that spot. It's not going to make a huge difference. You're not going to see this bulk of thread unless you go over your work 4 or 5 times. But right here, every once in a while, I need to go back and do another stitch, and it still looks just fine in the end. I'm going to fast forward to the end of this flower, and next we're going to talk about the French knot. So next up is the French knot, which is my second favorite stitch. It's very versatile and super cute. So you're going to come up from the back of your work up, you're going to hold your thread, and you're going to take your needle and wrap it around that thread. This time I'm wrapping it around twice and then taking my needle and going back almost in the same spot, but just a little bit over. You're going to hold your thread as you pull your needle down through, and it's going to make that knot on the top. So we're going to do it one more time. We're going to come up from the back of your work. You're going to hold onto your thread and wrap your needle around the thread twice and go back down close to the same spot that you just came up in. While holding your thread, you're going to pull your needle down through your work. You should have something like this. I'm going to speed through the rest of these knots and meet you back here. Last but not least is a stem stitch, and this was used for all of the stems in this project. So I'm going to take my needle and come from the back of my work up and put it back down about a 1/4 to maybe an 1/8 inch up the stem. Before pulling my work all the way through, I'm going to stop and leave a little bit of room and put my needle back up in between that stitch that I just made. So you'll see my needle come back up, and then I'm going to pull it tight. Now I'm going to put my needle back down about 1/8 of an inch past the last time I just put it down. And it's important to be consistent with your spacing between stitches. And again, I'm going to stop just before, and I'm going to use my finger to kind of move the thread out of the way. And then I'm going to put my needle back up in between that stitch that I just created. Be consistent with which side you're moving your thread to when putting your needle back up in between the two stitches, because it does make a difference in the end to create that kind of rolling stem look. To finish off this stitch, you're just going to take your needle and put it right past your last stitch and go down. And this is kind of an anchoring stitch for the stem stitch. And you should have something that looks like this. We've made it to the end of the embroidery, and I hope you are so happy with your work and excited to see it finished. So next, we're going to unhoop our project, and we're going to cut away as much of the stabilizer as we can. We're going to get a bowl of warm water and soak this project for maybe 10 minutes, and then we're going to rinse. I like to repeat this process at least twice, and after that, it goes right into the dryer. Once it comes out, if you feel any leftover residue from the stabilizer, just repeat this process of soaking and rinsing and drying again. Thank you so much for following along with me as I created this jacket. Please feel free to leave any questions or comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. And in case you need a quick laugh,
this is the way I live. Little boy still